So basically what happened, right? So there was this guy called Donald Trump, and he became president in 2016. It was a whole upset. I was right wing at the time, so obviously he won because of that. And then later on, I became left wing in 2020, and then he lost. And yeah, and now we're here in 2024. And who knows? Maybe he might win, maybe he might lose. I'm still left wing, but who knows? Kamala did show up very late in the game because Biden did drop out because he was old. So we don't really know right now. It's still like a 50-50 race and the margins are like razor thin. But in my own personal opinion, I only think the margins are thin because there's a lot of like outsiders like from the other countries just voting for Donald Trump. Also, I have seen Twitter, or they call it X now, but yeah, I've seen Twitter and they've just turned extremely right wing, showing so much hate on there. Like, it's crazy. None of that place is like moderated or anything. But yeah, so far within the 7 minutes, you haven't missed anything. It's just Joe Rogan glazing Donald Trump. And Donald Trump being like, well, of course, they tried to murder me. I was just like Kennedy, but I lived because I'm built different, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, I was a part of the establishment, but they didn't want me in, you know, they as in like a weird thing. Because, you know, if you specify what they is, then like you kind of start losing your point. Like if you just say they, it's like a vague thing where people are like, yeah, I know what they're talking about. Yeah, they. So yeah, let's keep going.
Who to appoint?
Well, I didn't. I had no experience. You
right. So
I was there 17 times in Washington, and I never stayed over. According to the press, which I think is probably right. Over the years, I was only there 17 times. I never stayed over. So now I'm sitting there, I'm saying, this place is gorgeous, but, you know, I don't know anybody. It's like you know, you go to certain areas, and other areas, they may be great. Washington was great. Washington's not so great right now. We got to fix it. We got to make it better. A very dangerous place, very badly maintained place. We're going to make it great. We're going to make it better. We're going to bring it back. But I wasn't a Washington guy. I was a New York guy. I was a New York builder, and I built buildings in New York, and I knew that whole world, but I didn't know the Washington world too well. And all of a sudden, you're supposed to be appointing top people. So
what did you think it was going to be like? Versus, like, did you have any ideas of what it was going to be like, and what was different?
Well, I was always involved in politics, but usually from the standpoint of a donor. I was a donor. You know, I was a big donor. I gave money to politicians. I enjoyed politics.
Mostly Democrats, right?
Both, really, pretty much both. I actually pictures of Ronald Reagan and me when I was very young.
You were a Democrat until like what year?
I was a Democrat. I could get you the exact, but the early 90s, I switched over eventually. Actually, they had a reform party. I was thinking about doing that for a little while, but then fortunately I didn't because it's very hard. You know, it's a two-party system. And anytime you hear third party, I know you like RFK Jr., and so do I. He's a fantastic guy.
I do, but I thought that being an independent was nonsense.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work because even if you do great, you're not going to get Congress. In other words, you need now to say, okay, now I'll get half of Congress. It's never going to vote for you. So even if you got there, which is very hard, and I know how you feel.
Okay, he's finally talking about something interesting.
But it's
talking about third party. So we'll do it at 1.25.
Somebody I want.
Okay, this is where I gotta step in. Wait a goddamn second. This is where I gotta step in. Brother, they've been trying to get gun laws fixed for like the longest time. But you know what's been stopping them? The fucking goddamn Republicans. But every time they've tried to do it, Republicans step in and they're like, no, this is our Second Amendment rights, and we don't want any sort of leverage, or we don't want a system to just track what guns are being bought by who. We don't want any, like, I think it was like ID or something, and no registry. Like, it's so dumb. Like, if you're just like, oh, they've been trying to take away our guns, like, bro, you are denying so much here. But you know why? Because school shootings happen all the time. Mass shootings happen all the time. And then the right says thoughts and prayers, and that's it. Nothing ever gets done. And Europe sees it and they think we're insane, because we are. Because we have you gun crazy lunatics just out here being like, yeah, don't touch our guns, bro. You know why? Because I just want to have all of these guns. Because they say, F them kids. F your right to live. F your right to go to the grocery store. F your right to just exist. F your right to be in a road rage situation, not be scared if someone pulls out a gun. They say F all that. But you know what I think? I think just fix it. Just do something, not just like do nothing. I hate this bald Bald MF right now, because like it can be something that's fixed. Like it's literally something that can be fixed. And I hate this guy because he just keeps talking as if he's a smart guy, saying that like, hey, I'm so smart and I think my gun rights are cool. And then like people that are like desperate and like need some sort of like help because they don't have a girlfriend, or they just feel like they need some sort of self-improvement, they go to this guy and he's like, yeah, you can be self-improvement, but also you're now a gun freak now. Woo! I hate that you just do this. You cultivate this type of audience and then you just make them dumber. Like, I believe kids should go to school and not be just terrified of just being shot. Like, you're insane. Why do you need these amount of guns just out in public? Why? Like, you have no empathy. You're horrible. Okay. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. I'm just gonna be on like this rant for a while. Okay. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to do a fucking live fact check. I hate this. One second.
We will root out the communists, Marxists, fascists, and the radical left thugs that live like vermin within the confines of our country. They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done. I said, no, they're not humans. They're not humans. They're animals. I'll use the word animal because that's what they are. You got to get these people back where they came from. You have no choice. You're going to lose your culture. You're going to lose your country. Does anybody believe in genes? Do you guys believe in genetics?
A murderer, I believe this. It's in their genes. And we got a lot of bad genes in our country right now.
It's the enemy from within, all the scum that we have to deal with that hate our country. I am your retribution. I am your retribution.
You're poisoning the blood of the country. Are you really serious? Whoa. Yeah, is your bald head so... That's not being mean about his bald head. But like, I don't even know, are you so dense that you understand people can change their opinions as new information comes out? Like, 1 second. Hold up. One second. 9 years ago. This was 9 years ago.
Say one thing about Donald Trump, he sure has people talking. Trump is enraging many people with his remarks about Mexican immigrants.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
How can you succeed when you say things like that?
Well, you can't, again, Gail, if the question is how can you become president, you can't by saying things like that.
On Fox and Friends today, Trump spoke about the controversy.
Are you concerned about alienating the Hispanic vote by saying that Mexico is not our friend and we're building a wall?
If it's good for me or bad for me, I don't think of that. I think of saying the right thing. And people have to be alerted to the fact that we are getting some really bad characters coming into this country.
He was also asked about his stunning comment yesterday that he wanted Oprah as his running mate.
I do it kiddingly. All of a sudden they're saying, oh, Donald wants Oprah. Give me a break.
According to a new poll in the crucial state of Iowa, almost 55% of voters think Trump's candidacy is a publicity stunt.
Yeah, so this was, I think, the whole like start of the... I'm pretty sure that what he said about Mexicans, like that was like his first like press conference, and this was also 2016 to him, so he was a lot sharper and like a lot more like alert. I'm not saying he was better as a person, I'm just saying that he was just more alert. You can see here that he just goes on like extreme tangents, but yeah, that's why a lot of people were like, bro, what are you saying about like goddamn Mexicans in that way, you know, like what the hell? why are you being so weird?
But more than 45% think he's serious. The Daily News, clearly not fans of Trump, showed him in bozo makeup with the headline, "Clown runs for prez." The Post imagines he'd erect a Trump sign over the White House.
Wasting no time getting down to business.
Colbert's new show isn't starting until September, but he couldn't resist posting this riff, literally foaming at the mouth.
This will be the finest, most luxurious, gold-plated, diamond-encrusted campaign that will give hope to a weary nation until together we...
Tower, Trump slammed his rivals, including Jeb Bush.
He's weak on immigration.
Yeah, he was. His tactic in 2016 was just to get rid of a lot of the people that would be just seen as like powerful. So Jeb Bush was like a really good person to go against, and yeah, that's why he faced backlash. This was 9 years ago. Show us the whole link or the whole interview. Don't just show words without context. Yeah, 4 years ago. Wow. Well, context is needed. Well, people are freaking out. Similar sentiment about MS-13. Yep. Nothing has changed. They're like, give me all that context. And when they show the context, they're like, well, I don't care. I'm still voting for him. But yeah, I'll be right back.
He's in favor of Common Core.
Hannity's Fox News show, World.
Yeah, and now his wife has been like, yeah, I don't think removing pro-choice is a good thing. And she doesn't even agree with him about abortion. Look at this decaying corpse right here. Like, just look at how much he's just knows he's clapped if he doesn't get elected as president. I mean, the best way you could give it, like, if it's charitable, I do think it's also dumb too. I just like making fun of both of them. Or just mainly Trump too, because like the Kamala making fun of her, I don't know, I feel like that's actually like swaying a lot of people that like are on the fence against him. But this guy is just like, this guy's evil. Like this guy is like pure evil. Like, he gets elected, my friends are gonna be impacted. I have some friends that are undocumented, and if they get sent away, I'm gonna be upset. So yeah, this guy is gonna take away my friends, and I'll just say it. And I don't want this guy to get elected. I want DACA to still be a thing. And I want DACA process to just be a thing that exists. I want women to have protections for abortions. This guy just straight up lied and said he would protect, he wouldn't protect abortion, but the people that he put into the Supreme Court lied and said that they would protect abortion and said that Roe v. Wade was the law of the land. What happened when that was questioned in Roe v. Wade? They instantly took it away after Ruth Bader Ginsburg like died. So I don't trust this guy for as far as I can throw him, because he is so heavy I can't even throw him that far. That's another thing. Now you're saying that the crime has gone, that you can't even trust the crime statistics. Who do you trust then? What are you trusting? What are you trusting? You trust me. Why me? I don't have the stats. Where do I have the stats? You trust me. You don't trust the crime statistics. So you see that he's just like folding everything out. He's just saying, no, don't trust anything. Trust me. And that's how you get put into like a coldish mindset where you're just being told, this is the guy. This is the guy that just tells you what to do, how to do it. And it's so sad that a lot of people in the US are like saying this is their guy because he told him that. Like, why would this guy lie is what a lot of people are thinking. And it's very sad because like a lot of people are brain broken from this guy. It's just so sad. Jobs, even though they were never defunded.
Defund the police bullshit.
Right.
The morale. These
How many police were defunded? Just fact check that.
But what they've done is they've made these cops feel terrible. They're like good cops. I think
the best cops are they're all dead. Joe Biden, he killed them. He put the like Pat Tillman, a great soldier.
Cops are just like everybody else. Carpenters fucking suck.
To be fair, a lot of cops, I would say, do a okay job. I think they're very confrontational and they very they just love escalating shit. Like a majority of the time, they're gonna be like, "What are you doing like this?" Because like you're just kind of forced to be upfront about a lot of things. They're psychos. There's a lot of psychos out there, and it's just so sad. I've seen a lot of people just die from like a bad cop. Cause like the thing is, a carpenter, if you ask them to build you a table, they're not gonna murder you, right? Or ruin your life. A bad cop can do that. They can murder you and ruin your life. So there's a difference. Baldy McNose here.
But they don't suck. Most of them are great, and that's the key thing with cops.
Yeah, the glazing too. Like, bro, come on.
All of these things, and sorry, you know, it doesn't.
This is where I'm gonna push back a lot on, because when I used to want to be a cop, I went on several ride-alongs, and the majority of the time we would just wait for something to happen. And the worst thing that happened that day too, it was they ran over a stop sign. Not ran over, but like they did like a quick stop and then just go past the stop sign. They ran a stop sign, yeah. Like that was it. So that was just what that money was sent to the city, and that was it. That person lost money. So I don't know.
Even
They can't.
What? He doesn't know anything about police protocol. You can literally just... That is one of the instances where you can just pull out a gun. What? What is he saying? How are you just letting him just get past that? This guy isn't well. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why people vote for this guy. Like, if you're listening to what he's saying, it doesn't make any sense. And if he gets elected, a lot of people are gonna get hurt. What? I don't even want to finish this video. This guy's just straight up lying.